Well, reported new features would include fully voiced protagonist, expanded Revan flashbacks, cinematic romance options.
Cinematic romance options? Oh, shit.
So I have some new updates for you guys, and I want to talk about some of your biggest worries and concerns when it comes to the KOTOR remake. Also, yes, to prove I do read every single comment, this time I will say her name right. Bastila. Bastila, not...
You know, I actually never had a problem saying Bastila's name wrong. Rayquaza, though? Rayquaza. Mustafar. I always say Mustafar. Utapau. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying Mustafar and Utapau. And Rayquaza. Well, I'll get Bastila right, okay?
Bastilia, not Barstula. I get it.
Barstula? What the hell?
Now, let's talk about who's really...
Barstula? How do you get that? That's worse than mine.
Working on KOTOR's remake, what the latest leaks are saying about combat, story, and visuals, why Sony might have ghosted it, and what fans are fighting over in Reddit when it comes to it right now. Drop a like, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, turn on those notifications, and let's start off with Saber. Well, Saber's still holding the lightsaber. Yeah, here's the facts. After Aspire's infamous demo disaster in 2022, the Embracer Group handed the project to Saber Interactive. Since then, Saber became independent.
I don't know what Saber's worked on. I thought I heard they worked on Warhammer, which is a good sign, right? I don't know what else they've done, though.
Free from Embracer's financial collapse. And in April 2024, Saber's CEO did confirm that the KOTOR remake is in development. And even better news, when Saber announced a new round of funding, KOTOR was named directly as one of their upcoming projects. So yes, the game is alive. It's quiet, but it is alive. This isn't any type of vaporware. It's just kind of, we'll say, for the fun Star Wars puns, it's cryo-frozen.
I don't remember that cutscene where he...
Kind of, we'll say...
When do you ever get that cutscene? Is this like a vision or something? I don't ever remember getting that cutscene.
For the fun Star Wars puns, it's cryo-frozen at the moment. Now, let's talk about from Jedi Master to total disappearing here for Sony.
Hey, Obi-Wan did that, and Anakin, and Yoda as well, you know, Force Ghost mode.
Sony helped reveal the remake back in 2021, and Sony was supposed to have marketing rights and timed exclusivity. But things change. Now, they've honestly gone silent. They've ghosted. Multiple insiders, including Jeff Grubb, have said that Sony wants nothing to do with the project anymore.
I'm okay with that. If Sony's got their fingers out the pie, then I'm good with that. You know what I mean? After like the way they've done some movies, it's like I'm okay with that.
Or even the original YouTube trailer got quietly delisted. I mean, the theory? Well, Sony saw that, I guess they saw that demo, that failed demo, so they noped out and said they won't return unless Saber delivers a miracle. So maybe they're thinking, if Saber delivers this, then maybe moving forward we'll get back on board. They should have noped out
some of the movies.
I don't see it like that, and I really feel like they're missing the boat
here. If
we do get a KOTOR remake that is a hit, this game's going to be huge. Just think Oblivion and how well it is doing. This could be the next one, and they are going to completely miss the boat, the bus, the TIE Fighter.
Wasn't Oblivion was just a remaster, right? It wasn't a remake, though. It was just updated everything, graphic-wise.
Whatever you want to call it. Now, let's jump into some new leaks and rumors. And insiders like Midnight Saber 7 on Reddit and Reset Era are saying that the remake is going to have real time. Something closer to the Final Fantasy remake or Jedi
I feel like if doing a remake
Survivor, but with the...
Yeah, you're gonna, as he just said, I think it's gonna be a little too close, almost in competition a little bit. You know, I don't need this game to be live action. Jedi Survivor did real time, I guess I should say, real time combat so well. It's like I want to see them stick, back to formula.
The ability to pause and issue commands. So what does that mean? Well, reported new features would include fully voiced protagonist, expanded Revan flashbacks, cinematic romance options.
Cinematic romance options? Oh, shit.
Yes, including Bastila, okay? And more Mass Effect-style dialogue choices. Some fans love it.
Okay, that's good. All that sounds good. That's like in the bag, That's all good and dandy.
Others, not so much. And that leads me into the biggest debate that we had on the last video in the comments section. The combat debate, the great combat debate. Turn-based versus real-time. I mean, the combat...
I'll say right now, I want the turn-based. Although it doesn't really feel like turn-based like some other games where it's like you pick your move and you go up and hiya, hit them and then you go jump back, you know, and then they take their turn and oh, they did X amount of damage, you know, and then you go back and you hit them again, you know. It felt like, even though the original KOTOR was turn-based, it felt like a very fluid turn-based, you know, where it's like you can go to each character, pick out their combat and what you want them to do, force power, and then this, and then you kind of just like have the enjoyment of watching the fight play out for a little bit, and then you know you go and you let, you know, you can either let the computer have your companions fight, and then you just worry about yourself, or there was different ways, you know. It's kind of a little more like tactical in a way, I guess I could say.
That system war is going on right now. On one side of things, we'll call it the light side. One side says the original turn-based with pause system is sacred. Slow or not, that is KOTOR.
Because even when you paused it, like the characters, when I'm like hitting another character, it's still they still have like some combat like interaction, like they'll try to block it or something like that. So it's kind of like this really cool mix. I don't really consider a pure turn-based, you know, game. I don't know. It's kind of like this like little hybrid.
And they should not mess with it. On the dark side, they say it's aged like blue milk, and they want a fast, reactive, lightsaber action, real-time combat video game. I don't want to pick a side here. I understand both sides have a point. The original was strategic and unique, and that's what people remember it for. But if Saber wants mass appeal...
The thing, we haven't had a Star Wars game like that in over 21 years. You know, we've had Force Unleashed and multiple other real-time, like Jedi Survivor and everything, games. So it's like, let's get what we had before. That's something I would like.
It is now modern day. It's modern era. They might want to modernize it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe don't...
I know I keep pausing it, guys. But the thing is, no matter how much time passes, I think turn-based games, if done properly, can still be successful. I know there was a game called like Expedition 33, I think it was. And that was a little more as what I was talking about. Like, you know, you go up and hit them and then you pick your next attack. It's from what I understood from the game. I didn't play it. I didn't really watch a whole lot of it. But that was my understanding of it. Is that even if it's a turn-based game, I think that doesn't have anything to do with, you know, how much time into the future we progress. You know what I mean?
Force unleash it into a button smasher, but I don't know. This is tough. Are you team light, team dark here? Do you want live action or do you want classic? I really don't see how they don't turn it into real-time combat. I just don't think it could get the impact with turn-based. But then again, turn-based is why it was so one of the many I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. I already know you're gonna tell me.
Guy's name says...
Now, let's talk.
The guy's name said Dark fucking Revan. But I kind of like the way that you could pause it, pick your moves, and then you got the enjoyment of like watching the fight play out. You weren't like wrapped up in, okay, X, Y, B, like, oh, how do I turn this off? And then it's like, oh, let me block just in time. It's like you actually kind of got to like see the fighting and the battle play out, you know? And I really like enjoy that about the KOTOR. Whereas when, you know, when you're button smashing, like in The Apprentice, what's Force Unleashed, you know, it's as cool as it looks. And then it's like it was great for that. And then for Jedi Survivor, it's like you kind of got that again, a little bit more blocking, a little more interactive combat, which I think Jedi Survivor has the best combat of all the games so far. But it's like I don't. They're gonna probably do a third one. It's like I don't want to have the same combat. I want something I haven't had in a long time.
Talk about reimagining or rebooting, and is that too far? Because we had some comments talking about that and arguing the issue. It's another community split. Should this be a remake
I hate that
is
droid.
faithful or reimagined? Some fans fear the story and the characters will be updated too far. They will change Revan's arc. They will alter everybody's role. Try to modernize the narrative in ways that would dilute what made the original so special. That's where the special sauce really is to get this right.
Oh, yeah.
So far, there's no proof of massive plot changes. Developers have said they want to stay faithful, but with voice acting, new cinematics, and expanded
That's
scenes.
all good.
Some evolution
That's like the best thing we can hear, honestly.
is inevitable, of course, but if they keep those things, I think we're going to be okay. They just need to keep the essence intact. I think that's the way to go here. Now, when can we actually expect this game? Seriously, this is really, really the million credit question. How are
million credit.
we want to put it? Right now, 2026 is the absolute earliest we'll see anything. Maybe a trailer late this year if Saber is feeling really bold. Some insiders are saying 2027 is more realistic. Now, Saber has been hiring RPG writers, designers, animators.
If they're just now hiring these people, I think the earliest we get the game is like 2028. And maybe like a trailer in 2027, late 2026.
Steadily, like at a good click here. So the work is happening, but it's at a pace much slower than what people are mostly hoping for. But it is happening. It's real. It's happening. It's funded. We are going to get this game. So here's where we're at, guys. Saber Interactive fully in charge, still working on it. Sony's probably out, but not officially gone. Real-time combat leaks are starting to gain traction. No official gameplay, no official release.
I think for KOTOR, yeah. Like I said, I like the turn-based, even though I think it's kind of this breed between turn-based and real-time, you know.
State, no official trailer, but insiders say the game is alive. And then fans, well, they're fighting over those combat systems. How faithful should it be, and how to pronounce Bastila correctly? Now, this remake is either going to be a triumphant return to one of the greatest RPGs of all time, or a cautionary tale of what happens when I guess you could say the Force is not with your dev cycle. I don't know. What do you guys want from the KOTOR remake? Classic vibes, new take, or just anything to prove that it's not dead? Drop your thoughts in the comments, guys. Make sure you drop a like. I hope you have an amazing day. And do me a favor, continue to comment on these videos. When we put up a new video, the community on this channel is growing every single day. Most of the comments are constructive, positive. There's a couple that get kind of out there, but that's okay. People are voicing their opinions on these upcoming games that I'm covering, and I truly, truly appreciate the interaction. I love the community. Like I said, I read every single comment. You'll see hearts on a lot of the comments as well, so please.
I think from what they were saying, you know, sticking kind of to the lore of it, making a remake, you know, not just not doing a whole lot of reimagining of it, because some of the stuff when they were first talking about coming out, some of the stuff I was like, they got this person in charge, and I was like, oh shit, it's cooked. As long as they stick to what it is and what it was, you know, if it's real-time combat. We still have the old ones to turn to. They still hold up very well. If you want that kind of play style, you know, you can still go back and play the old games. No one's stopping you from doing that. Either way, I'm going to play it. You know, yeah, y'all got me with that nostalgia on this one. But hopefully it's turn-based with, you know, like dialogue. But I mean, I guess if I'm thinking about it, if it is like Mass Effect 3 where the combat is real time, that's fine, and then you still have those like dialogue options, everything like that, and that character customization and being able to build your own character, you know, pick out which gender you want and stuff like that, your own like feats and like combat style and stuff like that, heavy force user or heavy like melee. I think it'll still be fine, but I think, you know, the dream is to have that combat style that we haven't had since KOTOR 1 and 2. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. Train station's right there. Y'all gonna have to get off. I'm not even gonna stop the train. Y'all just gonna have to jump off. All right. Bye-bye.